Hey April, honey, it's Janine. Okay, so this is like the back of my house, and this is the back half of my property, and I'm walking down towards my chicken coop. I mean, you can see that's the back corner of my property, so it's already fenced in, and we just ran fence at a 90-degree angle from the existing fence. There's all my babies. Hi, babies. There's my girls. We used old scaffolding and just boxed it in, and are in the process of stuccoing the outside. So it's an incomplete coop. We've got just regular old chicken wire that comes out, and we tied it into the trees, and then we just ran horse fencing up along the top. Okay, so and then we've got this nice shady covering from our beautiful big old black walnut trees that are a mess, but we're grateful for them because they give our girls some shade. Look at how pretty they are. Look at them. See, you can tell there's a pretty significant difference in sizes. These guys right here are about, I'd say about 17, 18 weeks. The black one here is 4 weeks younger than that, so about 14 weeks. And here's our little chicken killer. And then the baby girls are about 6 weeks. And they're fully integrated now, but you see what they're standing on? That's our brooder. This is where we keep our babies when, so we put additional fencing in up here, and we put our babies in this little corner, and that's where they hang out until they're old enough to go back in with the rest of the guys. Now we've used old dog kennel fencing, and so I'm going to climb on in. And there I am. You can see me in the reflection. Hi! This is the inside of our coop. Oh, you really can't see it too much. But it's just old scaffolding that we've boxed in. And then these are our nesting boxes. Look what a good job Russell did. He just used 2x10, and he boxed it in. Then we just cut an old Rubbermaid container in half and set it over the top of it. And I'll bet you $100 that we've got eggs. Holy cow, we got 4 of them. There's 2. And then there's 2 more in there. That means all 4 of our girls are laying. How cool is that? You know what? I'm just gonna, look at that. Look, there's 4 of them right there. That's so neat. Okay, I'm gonna leave them in there. I put golf balls in there because it kind of gives them an idea that that's where they're supposed to be laying. So anyway, that's the inside of my coop. I keep their food here. I just use 2x4s for places for them to roost. I've got plenty of extra boxes that I just continue to use the Rubbermaid boxes. Cut in half, and now I'm coming back out. We did opt to put in a complete cover. We used an old garage door to cover up the top of the coop, right? So, and then we used horse fence to fence in the top. And I think that's important, especially where I live, because I have raccoons and possums and skunks here, and skunks will get in and steal your eggs. So here's our barred rock. We got black Australorp, brown leghorn, white leghorn, barred rock, Rhode Island red. These are our red sex lynx. Mr. Fuzzy Pants here. He's my Silky. He's all attitude. And this big beautiful boy right here is my brown leghorn male. His name is Godzilla. Look at the comb on him. And that's Gladys. She's my alpha female. She's wonderful. And then that one over there is Blondie. And then we've got Aretha. And, oh no, I'm sorry. That one's Aretha, Gladys, and Patty. Okay. I've used the hanging 1-gallon waterers. I'd probably say our run is, I'd say 22 by 14 feet wide. So you can see they've got total and complete walk around, and we let ours out in the evening times to free range on our property. We lock the dogs up. See, and we're right up against the levee, but this is all fenced in too. And again, we've got, protection from predators up above because, we also have red-tailed hawks around here. You never know what you're going to get. Okay, so you want to look at our footings. We dug down about a foot. We buried the wire in an L shape facing outwards, and then we poured concrete on top of that. I'm not sure if we put a little dirt on top of there or not, but you want to make sure that if a critter gets in there and starts digging, they're going to hit the buried fence. They're not, because you're going to bend it and bury it at a 45-degree angle. We have not had any problems since we've concreted this footing in, and with anything getting in. I mean, if something has the fortitude to dig through all of this and actually get into our coop, they're welcome, my chickens. I put little pieces of plywood leaning up against the house. It gives them places to hide. The little ones need places to hide. So, oh, stop that. Look at this. Godzilla's trying to attack me. You think you're a big bad boy. You're a big bad boy. Come and get me. Come and get me. Come on, big boy. He hates me. He thinks I'm after his girls. Anyway, there's our compost pile. And plenty, like I said, plenty of shade. It's 102 degrees outside today, and it's nice and cool here in the shade. So these are our feeders. Oh, you're gonna love this. Here, I'll show you this one. This one, we've got 3-inch PVC pipe with a 45-degree elbow at the bottom. Another 3-inch piece of PVC pipe with a cap, and then we just cut a hole in the top. See that? And then up here at the top of it, it's just capped. This is kind of cool. And so I just fill it up. And then every few days I come out and I put more food in there. And they stick their heads in there fine. It doesn't look like there's a whole lot of food in there, but they stick their heads in there just fine and pick out what they want. Because I've got such a mixed flock right now, I've got, they range in age from 6 to 18 weeks old. I keep oyster shell on hand. They still eat starter grower feed, and I keep oyster shell on hand so that my females will have the added calcium that they need, and they just pick at that as they need it. So that's basically it. I don't know if you have any other questions for me, just let me know, and best of luck. And the best thing that I can tell you is that that you shore up those edges, and you keep checking backyard chickens, the forums and such, and figure out ways to predator proof and keep that puppy out. I know that my dogs, they lay in wait, and they're opportunists, and they look for an opportunity. They're not bad. They're just doing what dogs do. So look at that. That's ugly, isn't it? The side of the coop. Plenty of ventilation up there. We get all kinds of bugs, and they love it. They love it. Okay. Oh, I think that's Godzilla telling me it's time to go. Isn't that right, big guy? Okay, so I'm a crazy chicken lady. I love you, April. Love you, Ben. You guys be good. We miss you, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.